Let's see if I'm live. I'll give it a few seconds. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's anyone in. Right. Okay, we are actually live. Wait, see a few people come back. Okay, we have someone back. Sorry, my camera decided to stop working. Oh my. Hi, Andy. How you doing? Yeah, I don't know what happened. My phone decided to stop working. When my camera stopped working. And yeah, I don't know what happened. I had to stop the one. Thanks for coming back. This is not going to be long, I don't think. Didn't have much left to say. My camera stopped working on my phone. I use my phone to broadcast, and I have my laptop usually for doing all the putting comments and things, and it stopped working. So thanks for coming back. Yeah, so also had a guest, the great Jack Howard. Hopefully, I didn't put one screen for long enough. Was in my basement for a couple of seconds. So hopefully someone has got that. Yeah, so Jackie, you're on my channel for what, 2 seconds? I'm not sure. Yeah, so I think we'll wrap this up. I didn't have much left to say anyhow because my notes were all kind of read out that I had. So people's thoughts in 1980s top band. So put out there, who do you think the top band from the 1980s was, or song, or concert, or venue? I'm going to be biased, and I'm going to say I can't do this without someone here just to ask stupid questions. So. Yeah, I'm back for a second anyhow. I'm not sure how long this is going to last. Again, if anyone wants to pop on, I'll put the link in the chat. And what are you saying? Steve is that professional? Steve is probably the most consistent person going live on YouTube anywhere. I think he probably goes live more than anyone. I know they have to be here. I want to see their faces when I ask the questions. That's the rules. Yeah. So what's everyone up to? Has everyone had a good week? So I'm going to give you two, because I'm biased and I'm Irish, best band from the 1980s, best pop band, and maybe Metallica, best rock band. You can disagree with me. I know you had Michael Jackson. Yeah, but I'm just below Steve. Yeah. Well, I'm not having anything bad said about Steve. Nicest person on YouTube. Yeah. So what else was the same with 1980s? I don't. You might have. You might have. Or my shit phone that has more cracks and holes in it. Yeah. Police. Yeah, not a good one. Yeah. What else? I'm running out of things to say now. TV moments. Is there a TV moment of 1980s? Definitely. I will end it in a minute. But I have to drink my beer first. So I have to have a reason for drinking midweek. So if I'm live here, I can kind of half justify it. Turn off this shit yoke. Now we're gone dark. We put a ring light away. Yeah. Beers in the 1980s. Alcohol. Were they all shit in the 1980s? Was it? Yeah, I think I've seen that. I used to watch a lot of that old box sets back when I should have been studying in college and find anything to watch for free. A-Team, yeah. They're the kind of things you jump in and you watch. One of them, what I do when you see them randomly on TV, it used to be on TV a couple of years ago, and I forget, it was probably one of the free channels on probably Channel 4, Channel 5, or ETV, or some of them used to be on pretty constantly back 5, 6 years ago. Well, we'll have to get some beard wax then, or beard gel. Make it John from Large Brewing. I'm sure he has some spare now that his beard is gone. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, okay, so I half-heartedly have covered the 1980s badly. It's not like me to do something bad on YouTube. So, next decade I should cover. I think it could be very dodgy if I try the 1970s. Um, is the what I'm called the teens, so 2010 to 2020 just too soon? What's everyone's thoughts? Yeah, I think he should keep it though. I think John should keep a shaven head. I think it suits him. 1920s. Oh, okay. Landy, if I do 1920s, you have to come on and do it with me. I I have no problem doing 1920s. If you come on and do it with me, I have to give it a bit of. And Jack, you have to come on too. Yeah. So no problem doing it. Next Wednesday, talking. This is only meant to last half an hour. Not sure how long I've actually lasted. What would my break in the middle? Yeah, there was a bit of problems in the 1940s. Yeah, or anything else, any other topic you want me to cover? Because I'm running out of things to say and do and put up on YouTube. And yeah, because these so-called beer reviews I do are coming very short. I might have a special beer review if it arrives, if I can get my hands on it. So that might come. I might do a live Saturday or Sunday, one of the days. Yeah. This Friday I have Paul T beer reviews, and maybe I haven't checked uh, whether his good wife Michelle is coming on, but Paul's coming on for the interview on Friday. Uh, I think it's 7:30 or 8 o'clock. It's on the schedule. It's on my channel scheduled anyhow. So if you have any questions for him, uh, yeah, amazing views, amazing subs. I think he's at 1.2 or 1.3, and he's only going about 10 months. Yeah, I could only dream of, and his views are amazing too. Some really good beer reviews. yeah, so come join me on Friday. Say hello, say hi. Would really appreciate it. If you have any questions, it's posted on my Instagram, so you can put a question about that. You can directly message me on Instagram as well. My email should be in my description on my channel somewhere. I don't know how to find that. I'm using that technology. Classic TV ads. Well, yeah, I was trying to do something similar to that, to do reaction videos, but I could just never get the technology right. I don't know how people do it. I may look into that again. Yeah, could do that next week. Could actually play some of the ads. Cause I wouldn't say get copyrighted for that, but my channel's so small, it wouldn't matter.
What's up? Chilling, man. Chilling. Just got back from the store called Five. Well, I got to get the camera right here. Five Below.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? You should be able to hear me. Can you hear
Anyone
me?
doesn't know this is Joey Edibles from the great America.
USA, baby. What's up with you, Thomas? How you doing, buddy? Can you hear me?
Okay. Can't hear you?
I can hear you. Can you hear
Don't
me?
know what's happening. This is going from great.
If you can hear me in the chat, type yes. Thomas, can you hear me?
Jack, we all ask for you, but you won't come on. I'm going to get you on for an interview.
I must not be able to hear me.
Someone has given me your address. I will be coming someday.
Hello.
Sometime.
Hello.
Okay, questions.
Right,
have you any questions for me? Since Joey's joined.
Let's see. Have any questions for you? So what's the topic? We're talking about the 80s? We can hear both of you. You can't hear me?
Yeah,
all right, hold on.
Should you not be working like Joey?
I'm off right now, though. My computer fucked up, so I had to call off. You can't hear. Oh, gosh dang it! You guys can't hear me. Wait, they can't hear me. You can quit fucking with me, guys. Damn it.
Okay. So I can't hear you, Joey.
You can't hear me?
The youth can hear him, but I can't. That's brilliant. This is classic YouTube for me.
We can hear both of you, but Thomas can't. Oh, Thomas can't. Okay. Sign language. We need sign language.
Oh, I know I can't hear him. I have no volume on.
Turn the volume on, bro. There you go.
There you go. Turn the volume on your computer. Then you can hear people.
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
I'm grand. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I got this ball. It's like a glowing orb. Let me switch this here. I got this new camera thing too. You can switch camera link. But this thing, it's supposed to glow different colors, but I need a screwdriver. And I got one in the house somewhere, but now I got to find that fucking thing. So that's going to suck.
Phillips or a flathead?
Phillips.
Oh, yeah.
And I got one in like a box somewhere, but God, no. Well, you know what? I think I got one right out in the thing there. That's a disappointment. I didn't know I was going to have to unscrew that shit, so I'll have to wait. But everything else is good, man. I'm fucking rocking it. It's, what is today? Wednesday? I don't even know. We're just, my work computer this morning, I got up and it was like, you know, when you go to the start menu or the bottom taskbar and you try to click on something, and I wasn't able to do that. So I couldn't get into my work email and stuff like that. So it's like freaking, I called the help desk and he tried installing a couple programs. It didn't work. So there's no way I could work. So what's up, Henry? There's no way I could work. So I had to take the rest of the day off.
That's good. Or maybe it's not good.
Tomorrow I'm going to go to the office though to get swap out a new computer. They're going to be giving me a brand new computer because this one's garbage, they said. So that's good.
What kind of computer are you getting, or have you any preferences or?
Oh, whatever they give me, it should be good. I think it's going to be like a Dell or something like that. I don't know. Anything's got to be better than this piece of shit because this HP they gave me. HP is not a bad brand, but the one they gave me is so small. I don't like it. It's way too small of a screen.
Yeah.
I do got a Phillips head in the other. It's the thing is, Jack, it's these tiny ones, bro. Check it out. These tiny. See that little thing right there? Get that little.
Oh yeah, you need to get the small
Right
one.
there, right there. A little tiny one right there. It's a real small one, like the size of a watch. So I got to see if the tip is real small. A real small tip. No, like I'm used to bigger tips. This is a real small tip.
That's what you said.
Exactly. You can still hear me while I'm running around.
Yeah, no problem. You mean smash the dislike button and smash the report button. That's what I usually do, but whatever you like to do. Hi Vanessa, how you doing? Yeah, so this is meant to be about a stream about the 1980s. If anyone's got any memories or what were the top moments in the 1980s, I'll ask Joey when he comes back if he remembers 1980s.
Oh, I remember the 80s well. I was born in 77, or born in 76, sorry. So I did find a screwdriver. Hopefully this will work. This is small as fuck, bro.
This is Joey Edibles. He is a YouTuber, podcaster from the Great America. Yeah. So if someone, I'm sure there's an admin there can put his link to his channel in the chat.
Yeah, if you want to check me out, definitely do so. I'm not gonna disappoint you. Here, I'll bring in the listen. I'll entertain you. All right. I'm not gonna fucking bullshit you. You're gonna get your value when you come to my channel. You will. All right.
You can go to his house and you get a full refund.
That's true. You can come here. I'll smoke weed with you, and you can tell me what's wrong with the show, and I'll give it to you straight. The best '80s Browns team was easily the 1986 Browns. They went 12-4. Almost went to the Super Bowl. Probably should have went to the Super Bowl. Crazy plays. The second best Browns team from the 80s is probably the 87 team. Then after that, the 1980 team, then the 89 team. And then after that, all the other teams sucked in that decade. So, where are we at? Stream here. Okay. I get the right fucking tag. I get too many tabs open, bro. Got Trump in 1982. She got transferred to Elmendorf for 5 years. Nice. I was up in Elmendorf. Vanessa, I think we talked about this before, but I was up in Elmendorf. That's in Anchorage, Alaska, Thomas. If you don't know where Alaska's at, it's over on the other side. There's like Canada.
Yeah, Alaska.
And I was there in 2000, the year 2000, and the year 2012. I was up in Alaska for that base. It's a great spot, man. It's so big, dude. It's like incomprehensibly big. Like even from the States, we think everything's big, man. That place is huge. It's freaking huge, man. Yeah, but I was born in 76, so I remember most of the 80s. I don't remember much of the like 81, 82, but like pretty much everything after 83 I remember. My first earliest memory was probably like that I remember, not just like watching reruns and shit. It was probably like Saturday Night Fever. You remember that show? It was on Saturday Nights, obviously, and it was like a disco thing, maybe. It was I only caught it because it was on from like it ended in 83. It was the last year they produced it. I remember some episodes of that. Going back to the 80s. I like some of the 80s movies. I've had some of the 80s actors on before.
Yeah, well, like I said, the movies was it Back to the Future, you had Lethal Weapon, you had Ghostbusters, kind of classic movies that you can still watch. I think Beverly Hills Cop, I kind of said, was probably aging a bit now. I know Eddie Murphy, but at that time it was probably a funny movie, but I think it's probably not aging as well now. Haven't seen it in a while, but
I'll tell you what, man. Ghostbusters is one of those movies you go back and watch now. It's kind of cheesy. I don't know. It's I mean, you just watch some of the special effects. It's like, yay, compared to how it is now. I mean,
yes, it's 40 years old. Like, we're getting old, Joey. We're getting old.
This is true, sir.
What to expect? But Back to the Future, like classic sci-fi music or film, and I think the effects work well. I know there's not that many, but
I gotta find this in a place to put it so it looks cool. Let me see something real quick. I'm gonna go to let's see if this looks cool.
Sorry to people in the chat. I'm used to the comments.
What'd you do to the comments now? Oh, we got comments.
Comments. Me reading comments and pointing out comments. I'm nearly as good as Oh yeah, I'm the worst. I'm worst at comments.
I said, Vanessa's comment there, but it says disco in the 70s, we celebrate greatly in the 80s that no disco is left. That's true. That's true. Well, they still had some, like, I mean, some people probably refuse to acknowledge it. You know what I mean? The disco was kind of dying at that point. I'm trying to make this fucking light color. Because it's like hair metal, dude. Hair metal kind of died cold in 91, 92 when Nirvana came out.
Yeah.
And a lot of people still kept producing hair metal albums like 92, 93, 94 because nobody like said, oh, we're dead. We just kind of gradually realized it. You know what I mean? So it's like same thing with disco. Like it permeated in the 80s a little bit, but yeah, nobody ever took it seriously in the 80s. This light's driving me up a fucking wall. The Marshmallow Man. Oh, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Yeah, when he was gooey and shit. That was pretty wild. Right,
what do you think of the remake of the Ghostbusters? So the three female.
I didn't watch it, not because I don't care, it's just because every time they do remakes, bro, it's usually shitty. It's not good. Like it's just not good. Bottom line, it's just plain not good.
Yeah. They could have made the movie and not called it Ghostbusters, and it would have done better, I think.
Oh yeah, they could have they could have called it I don't know, Ghostbusters. They didn't have to call it Ghostbusters. I don't know. They try to remake everything, and like, what's next? They're gonna remake Wonder Woman with a guy. I mean,
what I'm just waiting for is Back to the Future being remade somehow.
Well, Back to the Future would be a little fun, I think, if they still incorporated the old story into it. You know what I mean? Like we're past the part in the movie where they talked about the future, because like when they went to the future, that was 2015. We're in 2022 right now, so like they could theoretically come up with. I mean, all those guys are still alive too. I mean, it's
yeah,
at least for now.
I think J. Fox isn't great. I wouldn't think he.
Yeah, he'd probably have to. I mean, if you wanted to include Michael J. Fox, you'd probably have to have the story. You know, be he was.
He'd be the dad or something. He'd be 4 or 5% of the film, like a couple of scenes.
Right, and you don't really want to like make him out there and like, Michael J. Fox is out here, and he called Parkinson's from the DeLorean. Yeah, that just kind of kills the vibe. So
yeah, but sure, I suppose it didn't Doc or the scientist guy, he had children, so I suppose he could have him. The children have to say if something went wrong or something.
Well, he had children back in 1885, and he probably had children today, because don't remember he went back in time with what's her name, and had all them kids back in 1885 with the railroad train.
Yeah.
So I wonder what they would. I think maybe a good 4 story would be like those kids came up to the modern day and found Marty, and they could just reinvent the whole thing again if they wanted to.
Yeah. Sorry if this is turning into Back to the Future. Yes, let's see what people are saying in the chat. Yeah. Star Trek and Star Wars is something I could never get into. I don't know why.
I like the original Star Wars. Like when you're growing up in the 80s, man, at least for us in the States, the Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi, that was real. I mean, there was no bigger surprise in 1980 than, Luke Skywalker being Darth Vader's kid. I mean, it was just a blindsided. And if you look at it back, it makes the whole story kind of fucked up, because it's like, Luke was out there kissing his sister, bro. And it's like, we're just not going to acknowledge this. He was literally making.
But isn't the thing, Joey? Isn't the thing is that's not what he said? I think I heard something that's not actually the line, but he said something else.
Oh, yeah. Luke did.
Yeah, it's a mishearing that he actually said something else, but you hear this that it's I'm your father, but.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'd have to look into it. I wouldn't. Thanks, Henry, for joining. Really appreciate it.
Shocking that this $5 light wouldn't be like exactly as I wanted it to be. This fucking remote's garbage. Only I got to point it at the. Oh, I got to point it at the thing. That's why. Okay.
Yeah, that would help, Joey.
I mean, I don't know. There we go. Let's see if this thing looks cool here. There we go. Now we got some background lights, bro. I like it. I like it. Let's see what else we got here. It says flash, strobe. Let's see, strobe. That's not doing anything. That's stupid. Fade. What's fade? Oh, it just fades in and out. I like this one better.
Yeah.
There we go. Probably be better without the overhead.
You are someone I would love to get on for an interview if you come on.
Says I watched the first Star Wars 2 weeks after basic training in Lackland in October 1980. The first time, Vanessa, I remember in basic, we both went to Lackland. I was at the, well, they changed the squadron numbers. It used to be 3706, and then it was the 340. I might have to just go to regular cam. I think the other cam died. It was the 325th. 325th Alcatraz, they called it. No, 320th. 320th Training Squadron. Used to be at 3706. But it was in basic training, I was there in 95, and I was there over Christmas break. We were there Christmas Day. They gave us a bunch of movies to watch. And they're like, you know, you guys used to have places you go rent movies and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Like we used to have a place called Blockbuster Video, and we could rent videotapes. And they had like a stack of 5-6 tapes there we could watch just whenever we wanted. You know, people could come in, pop the tape and watch it, just chill out all day. It was just base lip kind of shit. And we watched Full Metal Jacket. That was the first time I seen it. It was a basic training. That was probably the best movie of the 1980s. By far.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good movie. I think the first part of it, the first half of the movie is pretty good. Second half, I'm not sure, not 100% sure, but kind of training part.
Epileptic seizure warnings and those lights. Probably. What if this camera will work? God damn it. All these cameras. Oh, there we go. Cool.
3702. Yeah, means something to be whatever.
The barracks is okay. Now, Vanessa, when you were there, was your squadron isolated from all the other squadrons? Were like 3 squadrons back? Because there was like one place where they had 4 in a row, and then there's the other 2 that are way off in the middle of nowhere, away from everything else.
So, Joey, what was training like then? If we're talking about that, when you went to the army, what was the initial training like? Was it
it was a weird time because it wasn't like hard physically. We went in during the 90s, and they called it softer or kinder, gentler Air Force. We didn't do like weightlifting and shit. We had these resistance bands and stuff like that, but they had a lot of just stupid mental shit they'd fuck with you. Like they'd be like, "Oh yeah, you got to make your bed," and you know, but you had to have it a certain way, and you couldn't. Every time you left they had your living area, you had like a wall locker and shit like that. Everything had to be like literally perfect. Like on the hangar had to be equidistant spacing between all the hangars on the thing, and same thing on your shelf. Yeah, your hat had to be flush up against the one part, and like everything had to be perfect. And if you every time you left the dorm, and if you come back, and they could do inspections while you were gone. If it was wrong, they give you demerits and stuff. So it was pretty intense. After a while, it's you realize how to play. It's basically just to get you to tear you down and then build you back up to be a fighting troop kind of thing. Okay, yes, we might have been the same one, man. We're kind of right by the gate too, actually. Because if we went to the gate, there was like the squadron was here, then the road was over here, the parade field was here. But if you went like this way towards the gate, then you could go across, and there was like a big field with a bunch of like aircraft and stuff, the parade grounds and whatnot. Shining shoes. Oh, I don't remember shining shoes I don't miss shining shoes at all. Thank God, man. They went to polish-free boots right around 2003, 2004, somewhere in there. 2005, somewhere in the 2000s. It went from the black boots to the polish-free boots, and that was really nice. I like that.
So no polishing boots then for if you're going to the army now.
Yeah, it's I don't even know if I still have a pair of the black boots. Okay, yeah, we were probably at the same place, Vanessa. I got to go to the bathroom real quick, bro. I really got to pee. Sorry,
no problem. Yeah, Vanessa, I still have to get you on because you sound fascinating. You had a fascinating life with someone I'd love to get you on to have a chat sometime, if you wouldn't mind. So, Vanessa, what was it like when you were in training? I hate to bring this about American. Yeah, well, just I like to talk to different people and get people's perspective on things, and people have different lives. If you wouldn't mind, I hate to keep talking and going on about it, but yeah, I'd love to have you on and chat about your life and your times and what you've done, and you've had different experiences. That's what the interviews or chats or lives or Q&As, as people have called it, are about, to get people's perspectives on their life, on their times, and what they experience. Cool. And did you enjoy your time in the army? That's my main point. And did you want to retire, or did you want to stay in the army? Because I know a lot of people in the American army don't stay in for the full, or I suppose it's too hard to stay for your full working life. Not sure how it works. Sorry to all the people that are watching. This cannot be very interesting. I'm sure Steve is live somewhere. Okay. Thanks, Vanessa. I really appreciate it. Yeah. I'm not sure how. Yeah. So 1980s then. This is meant to be a whatever live about 1980s. Best movies. If people haven't, best music, best movies, best TV. Joey's back. Okay.
She was a public health inspector's tech. Okay. You were getting out right when I was coming in. I got in late 95 was basic training. 95 into 96. So like I was leaving Lackland May 96, I think it was. Then I went back to my guard base back in Ohio, and then I took whatever trips I could get here or there.
Yeah, so 95, 96, I was 9, 10. That kind of age. Okay, Vanessa.
These two cameras work with the buttons. This one don't. For some reason, that camera doesn't work. We'll get that camera working again. No big deal.
Yeah, Joe, who have you coming up on your podcast?
Man, I've got so many messages out, bro. April must be the message of returning not messages, because fuck alive. It feels like my email broke. Like, it's ridiculous, bro. But on Friday, we're going to do an ice cream eating contest. So hopefully everybody's brain will freeze and it'll be funny as fuck. And then Sunday, depending on what time the boys got to work, we're going to do a free throw challenge. It's either going to be 50 or 100. I got to time it out. But we're going to see how many, if you know what basketball is, obviously.
Yeah.
In basketball, free throw, when you get fouled, it's like a penalty kick almost for basketball. You stand there uncontested, you take a shot. We're going to do 100 of those and see who hits the most and come up with a prize or something. I'll figure it out.
Are you doing North Korea rules? If you miss one, you lose a point, isn't it?
Oh, that would be cool. Negative points. I'll have to figure it out. Probably not, just because it's too much math. So I'll probably just tally it and shit like that. But should be pretty fun. I think I'll have to figure out a way to make it where there's a prize or something. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to just have it.
You can research North Korea rules. You talk about it beforehand if you want something to talk about.
Okay.
Basketball, isn't it? There's some weird rules. Your lad loves basketball, but the rules are a bit different. Yeah, but I sent out about 100 or more asking people to come on for interviews, and I'd say I got about 3 or 4 replies. That's my usual.
Okay. This doesn't show up good on camera. I bet you if the light was off, I'm gonna try some real quick.
Yeah,
I'm
I need to
gonna
get
turn
a
the
dark
overhead light
background.
off and let's see what this looks like.
So what's people's thoughts in the chat? Who should I interview or who should I have on? Who should Joey have on his podcast? Yeah,
It still doesn't look good. You can't really tell.
maybe it should be in the background a bit more.
Yeah,
No.
We have to put it. Let's try this. Let's go to this cam.
Yeah, this looks okay. Greenish tinge of it.
All right, blue. Does that look blue? I think it's blue. Yellow. This thing's a waste. It was $5, whatever. I was at the Five Below, and man, I tell you what, dude, they had all the electronics I wanted from the Best Buy the other day, and they were like fucking so much cheaper. I wish I would have went to that store last week as opposed to the Best Buy. So I was going off and buying all these fucking cables and shit. I'm gonna turn the overhead light back on. I was going out buying all these cables and shit, and this place had them for like $5. Those were damn big ones, bro. Damn big ones. All right,
so what's happening with you, Joey? What's happening in your life? Anything exciting?
Let's see. Today, nothing too much. We got Jimmy's got Cub Scouts at 6:30, which is in about 3 hours. Beyond that, not much, man. Just freaking chilling. A little smoking. There's something else I had to do. I can't remember though. Oh, today's bulk week, so I got to toss some garbage. Like we got this big. I don't know how you guys do garbage, but we got 2 cans, right? We got a big blue can. That's all you're supposed to fill up for the week, and then a smaller green can for the recyclables, and that's all you're supposed to do for the week. And then once a month, they come by and do what's called bulk week, where you can throw out whatever, like old chairs or couches and shit like that. But they got it very specific. Like you gotta. Like if you have carpet, you have to put it in a plastic bag. Same with the mattress, you got to cut up. It's just real specific rules, man. It's kind of annoying, but it's what we got to do, I guess.
Yeah, well, I'm in the middle of the country. There's no really garbage here. I have to bring all my stuff to different places.
You guys just burn your shit there or what?
No, I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, they got rid of that here too. People used to do it all the time. They used to have like incinerators in their house and shit. Just throw it in there and burn it up.
Yeah.
Broken tractor to Hartford. Nice. Okay. Yeah, the trucking industry is.
Thanks for joining in. I really appreciate it. Anyone who joins in, I really appreciate it. This was only going to be an hour, half an hour talking about 1980s.
Oh, yeah. So what was the first movie you remember seeing in the 1980s?
Well, I was born in 1986, so I don't remember anything.
Oh, shit, you don't remember any 80s movies then?
No.
You just watched it. Like, you talking about 80s movies like me talking about 60s and 70s movies.
Yeah. Well, I asked, I think it was Andy Beer Reviews, what decade I should talk about next, and last week in 1980s came up. I think it is a good decade for movies and music, but that's just hindsight. I'm sure someone born in the 90s will say 90s rave or disco or whatever is brilliant, or you wouldn't know, like.
Well, the thing with the 80s was like the last time the 80s and maybe to a lesser extent the 90s was the last times they really took chances. They really did shit different. Like nowadays, man, everything's just a remake of everything else. Like this century has been garbage for, I mean, you got exceptions here or there, but typically, man, for style, fashion, music, movies, all that, it's just all been rehashed shit from last century. Like they don't come up with anything new. It's garbage half the time. So like,
have we made everything? Is there anything new to be made?
There's all kinds of stuff to do to be made. People don't want to take a risk. They don't want to take a chance is the issue. I mean, if the underlying fact with the movies is what they do, if you research it, is that they make all these movies safe for the Chinese because the Chinese spend money. Because, like, think of Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
The movie's garbage. It's just total garbage. But the reason people like it is because it's got a cool Asian guy in it. You know, they don't get no movies like that. You know what I mean? So it's safe for China. and they make movies China safe, so they don't want to take a risk because Chinese like they want superhero action stuff. They like that kind of safe crap, and they don't want real twisted
anime or anime. Some of them things like that's the love like Japanese, Chinese kind of.
Yeah, I think Japanese is anime, but yeah, they just don't want these movie companies don't want to take a risk, bro, and they it just shows, and it really shows. The product's just suffering. It's horrible. I can't go to a movie anymore. It's for one, they made the chairs too comfortable. You fall asleep every time, bro. I don't know how you guys' movies over there, but like I'm sure Dublin has some nice theaters like that. But like the movie theaters, they just changed all the chairs out, and it's real comfortable recliners, which is fine. If you got a girl there and you want to fool around, I mean, it's kind of like your own hotel room. But like for watching a movie, it's just too uncomfortable. It's too comfortable because you fall asleep every time. I can't stay awake in that shit.
Yeah, well, I can't remember the last time I was at the movies personally. I think I brought my nephew before the pandemic to it was probably some of the Star Trek Wars or some of them films which I can't remember.
Okay, we went to see
Hi, Dan.
the last movie we did. I have been since the pandemic. We saw there was a movie called Clifford the Big Red Dog movie.
Yeah, I think I've seen advertised, but
and I saw that with the kids, and that was cool because like the one chick who was in the movie was on my show, so I was texting her. I was like, "Hey, I saw you in that movie. It was really cool." The girl was on the girl was on Saturday Night Live. Start again. All right. So to recap, Don, so far.
Because the first part I started, I had to stop the camera. My phone died, and I started again. So this is part 2 of the 1980s. That's what I think he's on about.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Yeah, it's part 2 just for the recap. It wasn't. Yeah. It's not like we talked about 1980 through 1985. Which came around 1980 through 1985 in the first part, and then now we're talking 86 through 89.
Yeah, that would be organized, and that's something that I don't do.
These was, obviously, you look at back on years like that, years you're in high school are usually the most formative years of your life. So, like, I was in high school 91 through 95. So, I mean, obviously, a lot of cool things in life I'll talk about through that era. That's just typically how it is. I mean,
yeah, well, you're carefree. There's no worries.
Mm-hmm. You're an adult. You're an adult, but you don't have the adult responsibilities kind of thing. So, because paying bills is a fuck, man. And bills just don't stop, man. They just keep getting higher and higher. And it's like, how am I going to pay all these bills? And you just find out a way eventually. But when you're a kid, you ain't got to worry about that shit.
No.
I mean, if you're lucky enough to have parents, you just say, "Hey, Dad, give me some money." And, "Oh, yeah, here you go." Boom.
Or you wax across the head and say, "Money for what?"
Right? "Money for what, you bloody fucking skanker?" And you just smack you upside the head. And you're like, "All I wanted was a pop, Dad. What the fuck?"
How are things going with you? Or is everything gone skyrocket with prices? Like here?
Some things, yeah. Some things, no. You got to kind of hunt for the values now. I mean, if you go out to eat, the prices are a little ridiculous. If you use some of the apps, it's not too bad. It just really depends where you go. The dollar menu, I think, is a thing of the past. We'll never see that again. Gas is what it is. It'll drop eventually. I mean, it just doesn't when it's so expensive. When it's right now it's. I mean, I'm talking to the choir over there. For you guys, it's probably like €2 a liter or some shit. But like we do it by gallon.
Last time I filled up for diesel was $1.90 a liter.
Gee, that's like $9-10 a gallon over here. So that would cripple our economy. But you guys got different things built. I mean, there's a different tax code shit like that. So it's not really a good direct comparison. In the price will eventually drop.
It's 45% tax.
Oh yeah. All right. That's here we got 5-10% tax. I mean, it depends on this. There's like a federal excise tax, and each state gets their own tax. And what a lot of these governors have been doing is we got like 50 states. Some of the states, they'll suspend the gas tax right now because it's so high. So they make it work. I don't know how they're going to have to make up for that money somehow in the state budget, but I mean, at least it makes it somewhat easy for some people. So it just depends where you're at. But I mean, I don't know. I'm not taking any vacations anytime soon. I mean, I'll do it in the summer, but like, I'm not going to just randomly drive around when gas is this expensive, especially when it was half this price last year,
Yeah. But food, I think food is going to get a shock, especially in Europe. Everything is going to cost through the roof.
Well, Well, food is weird because like you could get different kinds of food. Like I remember back in the day, they were trying to say, "Oh yeah, beef is going to be so expensive," and people just quit eating beef. And the price just normalizes. I mean, there's other food options to eat. I mean, it's like people are like, "Oh, steaks are so high." Like you don't have to have steak.
Once gas goes up, so once your fertilizer goes up, once gas goes up, so gas goes up, chickens, coops, hens, that's all going to go up to heat them. Like everything's going to go up, and transport. So once your transport goes up, it's going to affect the supermarkets because they got to transport the stuff to the.
Oh yeah, that's a given. I mean, if the price of gas goes up, everything goes up, and you can't get around that. I mean, everything's powered by gas. Even half these electrical grid stations are powered by coal and gas and fossil fuel and shit like that. So I mean, it's no way around it really. I mean, you can push all the electric cars you want, but if everybody in the world bought an electric car right now, I mean, one, there wouldn't be enough cars. You'd be like fucking 10-year waiting list. For two, our grid would just collapse, man. It doesn't even. We don't have the infrastructure to hold that shit yet.
No.
I mean, it costs a lot of money to charge them cars, dude. It's or not a lot of money really, but a lot of juice. That's a lot of power. 240 going in, man. I mean, that's our houses aren't even wired for that. Like we don't even have that kind of current or kind of voltage coming in over here. You guys are wired for that. We're not wired for that over here. So it's going to require a whole new different kind of outlets, all kinds of rewiring. I don't even know, man. It's going to be ridiculous.
Would you take an electric car then? If tomorrow I was a billionaire and I gave you a free Tesla car?
I mean, yes and no. It would depend. They would have to get some of it better. I mean, if gas is still relatively cheap, when I say relatively, I mean if I can still afford it, I'll probably still stick with the electric. It depends on what if they give you like tax breaks and shit. I mean, it just all depends really. I mean, if they come at me like, oh, yeah, you buy a Tesla, you get a full tax credit. I might consider it, but even then, those things are still pretty expensive. I mean,
but say tomorrow, if I was a billionaire and I gave you a free Tesla, you couldn't sell it and you had to use it. Would you take it?
I probably would. I mean, at that point, if it was free, all you got to worry about is the chargers. I mean, even then with the, say my electric goes up $50 a month because I charge a Tesla, what would he do? It's better than fucking, paying $10 for gas.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you're on about they're pushing that here. These I think they're talking about a tax on SUVs now or something, big heavy cars. But like all the big heavy cars now are electric cars, so they're going to be putting tax on electric cars as well. I don't know. It's crazy. This green policy, some of the things to come out with.
It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Steve's in the chat. What's up, Big Steve? How you doing, buddy?
Hi, Steve. Yeah, I had to go live. Since you won't go live, Steve, one of us has to be. That's a rule now. If you're not live, I have to be live on YouTube or YouTube will crash.
Right. If it's 9 o'clock GMT, one of you guys got to go live or else it's going to be not the same thing.
Yeah, Dad, if I become a billionaire from YouTube, you can have a Tesla. But it will be just yours model. So
shit, I don't even think Mr. Beast has become a billionaire.
He will soon, I think.
They say that one song, that Shark song, is it's the most popular. They say it's like 5 million views a day, man. Can you imagine that? Fuck, I'll make one video and just sit back the rest of my life and not do anything.
Yeah, I was watching, I listened to the Joe Rogan when it's released on, and he said he takes in, is it 4 to 5 million a month? I think that's from YouTube. So whatever his other brand deals.
Yeah, he's on Spotify or whatever. Yeah,
I know he spends it.
I used to watch Rogan quite a bit when he was on YouTube. I still watch the clips. I mean, it just depends who he has on. He has on.
Only since the kind of cancel culture I watched him, Mr. Beast, and watched the Jordan Peterson, and I watched someone else. That's all I watched. I watched the clips. That's all I watched before, just to see what he's like. And yeah, they're pretty okay.
I've had some guests on that Rogan had on. I had on because Rogan used to do a lot of MMA shit too. He used to have on fighters.
Which I suppose they were easy for him to get on, like when he was he's a god to them, I suppose, was he?
Oh yeah, well there was a boxer named Kelly Pavlick He's from this area. He was a middleweight, around the turn, like 2000, 2005, somewhere in there. I had him on. He was on Rogan. I asked him about Rogan. He said it was real fun. In fact, I think there was one other guy I had on Rogan that I remember. I can't remember now. But, I mean, it's the same universe. I mean, obviously, I'm several dozen levels below Rogan, but, I mean, you're grabbing the same pool of people. When you're at Rogan's level, you get, people come to you. That's eventually what I want, instead of fucking emailing a bunch of people just come to me, hey, Joe, I got the show, we got this new movie coming out. Can I come promote it on your show? Hell yeah, come on up, buddy. Let's do it.
Oh, I'm sure Rogan gets 1 million people a day asking him to come on.
Oh, yeah. I mean, fuck. Rogan could just say, hey, come on my show, and people are like, I mean, because the exposure is freaking insane. If you get 5 million views the first week, I mean, it's...
Yeah, 5-6 million a week is it something like that. He gets crazy.
I mean, Rogan did his shit live on YouTube and took super chats. Ooh, boy. Man, would he kill. There's some YouTubers that do that, man. They go live, they're at the 400,000 or 500,000 range, maybe 1 million or something like that. They go live. People are just throwing them money, bro, because they want to get noticed and shit, and it's good visibility. That's where it's at, man. That's where it's fucking at.
Didn't he get 100 million from, was it more from Spotify to go on Spotify?
Yeah, I think he got like 150 million or something, just a contract.
I think that was 5 years, so he'll be soon coming up, getting more money.
Right. Henry, 420 Outdoor Cooking. What's up? I saw him earlier. What's up, Henry? How you doing, buddy? 420 is a great number. For those of you who don't know, 420 is the weed here in the States. So if you see a channel with 420 in the title, pretty sure they're weed.
So, Henry, is that what you're about? Is it weed? I wouldn't recognize 420. You have to come back to me.
It's code.
Code for weed.
Smoke weed every day is what I say. Every day. Best number ever made, he said. Hell yeah. Well, the way it started, Thomas, is back in the, usually the work day ends about 4:30. So people would, start smoking right before they get off work, because college kids are just, it's time. They want to beat, happy hours. So they just start smoking at 4:20. This became the code, the time for the code, 4:20. And then when they say 710, that's upside down for oil. Because you look at the number 710, turn upside down, it says oil. So that's the hash oil. That's how it used to be, at least.
Yeah, I'm not down with all these cool codes, or I wouldn't remember them.
All the cool slang, bro. I'll keep you hip on the cool weed slang, bro. Don't worry about it.
What other cool slang? People in the chat, there's 6 people watching. What other cool slang or chat? Get me hip to the bop or whatever we're going to.
Science. Now, a zip is an ounce. So most weed is either sold in an ounce or like, different variations of an ounce. So like, this is a standard size ounce. Usually when I buy them, about this is what's called shake. Shake is already ground up weed. And this is an eighth, if it's in this pack. So an eighth of an ounce right there. You can get those. It just depends on the price and the dispensary where you're getting it, how much it costs.
So how much would an ounce cost me for good weed?
For good, I mean, it depends what state you get. If you got $200-$300, you can probably get a really good top of the line ounce. And even then, if you watch the specials, you can probably get it for $150-$200.
And how long would that last me if I was smoking?
For you, shit, probably fucking a month or two. Because you start out and you take a couple hits, you'd be baked as hell. Once you get smoking, it's usually, it depends how much you smoke. Some people, smoke every day. Some people only smoke on the weekends. Some people smoke during work. Some people smoke after work. I mean, if you're smoking all day, every day, you usually go through about an ounce a week, probably. If it's just you've got other people over, a little bit more here or there. And I know people who buy an eighth and it lasts them a month and a half. I mean, it just depends how much you smoke, really. If you put 28008 in a calculator, it spells boobs. We used to do that in high school. I think you can spell boobies too if you want. Like 8008135, I think, is boobies. Something like that.
Yeah, I used to remember all them different ones you put in the calculator and you spell different root words. And
because there was a way you could spell I love you in pager text back in the day. Did you remember pagers? Did you ever have a pager?
No, pagers never were a thing.
You guys never had pagers? No way. When did you guys first get cell phones? when was your first cell phone?
Oh, would have been early 2000s.
Okay.
But
I remember because we had pagers back in. For those who don't know what a pager is, maybe a beeper. Basically, you would pick back in the day. We had landlines. So you pick up your landline. Somebody would call your beeper number, and it would go dit, 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 and you'd either, if they had voicemail, you just leave a message, or if you had just a regular pager, you would just type in your number and hit pound or hang up, and then they would get a beep. It would go. You pull out your beeper, and it would always be on this side too. And you'd read the number, like, oh, here's a number, and then you'd pick up your landline and call the number. And that was probably until about the mid 90s. Everybody had a pager back in the day. And then around the mid 90s, cell phones first started coming out. And I remember my first cell phone, it was like 60 bucks a month. But we had you get nights and weekends were free. And you get like 60 anytime minutes. So like you could call anywhere during the day for like 60 minutes, and after that you're done. But nights after 9 o'clock were free. You could talk whenever, and then weekends were free too. So we wouldn't even turn the phone on until after 9 o'clock, because we still had landlines back then. So we turned the phone on at 9 o'clock and just use it like that. But yeah, I had cell phones go back to 90, 96, 97, early ass models, bro. Them things were huge back in the day. Yeah, Don's about right, 98. So it all depends on when they came to your area. I remember when I was in Ireland in 99, I remember people having cell phones.
Yeah, but I would have been 99, I would have been 13. So
I was 22, 23. No, I was 22 because I went. No, let's see. Yeah, I was 22 because we went in November 99, like the last week of November 99. We flew into Dublin. We saw Dublin, the Ring of Kerry, Cork, Limerick. And then we were in a bunch of like old shit. So we saw Clonmacnoise and the Clonmacnoise. Dude, Clonmacnoise is fucking sweet, dude. I love that. That is so. Everybody needs to see that if you ever get a chance, man. It's an old earthen thing, and these people back in the day, they followed the stars, and like every solstice, they build this giant earthen mound. So every solstice, December 21st, it comes in, boof, and lights it up. It's supposed to light it up. Now, as you know, the weather in Ireland isn't always exactly bright and sunny. Half the time it's cloudy. So theoretically, it's supposed to light it up. But it's really cool looking, man. That's some of the coolest shit ever. The Vodafone with 10 minutes and 50 texts. I remember that, man. I remember that. Fucking, you only get 100 texts and you'd be like, all right, send me one text message and that's it. Nowadays, it's fucking, you got 40, 50, 60 messages in a minute. Back in the day, you'd send one message and that was it. I remember my first camera phone. That was always a big deal. I remember my buddy, he got one of the first camera phones. It wasn't even like, didn't even have the shit built in here. It was like a USB thing. It had a cord, and it was a little tiny camera. You'd take pictures, and you could fit like 60 pictures on there. It was ridiculously horrible quality. My buddy always wanted the first thing. He was always the first one to get everything. He was the first one to get that camera phone. Like, shit, man. 01, 02, 03, somewhere in there.
Yeah, but the thing is, if he still had that today, it would probably be worth money now.
Yeah, it depends on the model. Yeah, if you got some of them really old phones, like, I don't know if you guys had a show. You remember a show called Saved by the Bell?
Yeah.
But back in the day, there was this character named Zach Morris, and he had the big, they called it the Zach Morris special because a big-ass brick. The Motorola bricks, those ones are worth a lot of money. But some of them, they were just so mass-produced, it just depends. I still got a drawer of old cell phones upstairs with, I don't know, I'll probably just throw them away eventually, man. Fuckers ain't worth nothing.
Put them up on eBay. I'm betting someone will buy them.
You get some of my volume?
No, put them up on eBay, and I bet you someone will buy them.
Oh. Put on eBay. Yeah. I haven't been on eBay in a hot minute. My PayPal, fucked me. I don't like PayPal at all, dude. I really don't. The way they operate, I just don't like PayPal. We got this thing called Cash App, and I really like Cash App because all you gotta do is like you just go on your phone, and I mean it's just the simplest app ever. It says Cash App. There's a little dollar sign. You just type $. See Cash App.
Yeah.
And then you just go in there and like say you want to send somebody $25. You send $25 and just click pay, and then this is where you want to send it to. Boom, they get it.
Yeah, well, I can do that with my banking app, but I can do that with PayPal. A little bit harder, but like once I to open PayPal on my phone, it's my fingerprint, and it'll open, and just put in someone's yoke.
Hell yeah. Moose Gal, Moose Gal's in the house. Hide the fucking rum chata. She's gonna get drunk. Hey, there's Dave. What's up, Dave? How you doing, buddy?
Dave's from sorry for not reading that comment, but I'm used to it though.
The Isle of Man, bro. The houses are like $1 million fucking pounds in the Isle of Man, bro. It's expensive as shit I live out there.
Yeah, well, Slurpee is a billionaire. So if you want an actual billionaire, Slurpee.
Yeah, if you got a billionaire, dude, like if you got a billionaire, like $1 million pounds is nothing. That's nothing. You can buy like 100 houses and you still got like 900 million pounds.
No, you don't buy it. You earn the money. You borrow the money because it's dirt cheap, and then you. Isn't that what it is? Billionaires don't actually buy anything.
That's true. They just use their clients' money to buy the houses for them. So, Dave, let me know some of your clients so we could have some of them guys buy us some houses, bro. Because we
have an actual real legend in the chat. Blake TV.
Blake TV. What's up, buddy?
The link should be up there somewhere. Blake, if you want to join for a minute.
Blake, he can't join yet because he's either cooking an opossum, because that's what they do where he's from, or he's cleaning off his black and white TV, because that's what also they do from where they're from. They don't have color TV. He has color on his computer, but his TV's still black and white because that's how their people do it down there.
I didn't think they had televisions down there, or electric, or roads. I know Blake was just like sitting in a bush in the middle of nowhere.
Well, dude, where he's from, freaking, it's actually kind of similar to like the countryside of Ireland. I mean, it's once you get out of the city and there's nobody there, that's kind of how it is out there. I mean, Arkansas is freaking desolate. I've only been to Arkansas like one time when I was in Dallas. Texas is like right next to Arkansas, so we drove over. There's a town called Texarkana because it's half in Texas, half in Arkansas. So like you could just do it's kind of wild. Blake has a full house right now. Okay. Nice. Dave said,
thanks, Blake.
Oh, he must be playing poker. He's got a full house. Okay.
I'm
so you got aces over queens, Blake? Don't play that. Somebody else is going to beat your hand, bro.
I think double up. Welcome.
I wonder, maybe he's watching that show Full House. I know Blake does like that show, bro. You guys, did you have that show over there, Full House? Does that ring a bell? That was from the 80s.
It rings a bell, but I can't remember. I mean, this isn't my memory.
It was a show. The show was based in San Francisco, and it was about this guy his name was Danny Tanner. He was played by the guy who just died recently, actually. His Bob Saget. You know who Bob Saget is, right?
Yeah.
It was played. Bob Saget was a dad, and he had 3 kids, and he moved in like a couple of his friends to this house, and they all lived in the big house. They called it Full House because it was really packed, and everybody lived in there. It was a cool show back in the day. Moose Gal's doing Fireball. Fireball, man, chicks drink Fireball doing like one shot and half a shot, and they're fucking drunk as shit, bro. Like drunk.
Not Moose. Moose will be. She could drink that all night and still be fine.
Right? She's gonna drink all, be like, oh, what's happening, guys?
She can drink anyone under the table, Moose.
She don't drink too often. It's funny when she does, though. I guess she was drinking on Janice's stream for a while. I don't exactly know what was happening, but
yeah.
Steve, what are you doing, Steve? Bring your ass up here, Steve, so we can say hi to you, buddy.
Steve will get in trouble now with the wife if he makes noise after 9 o'clock, isn't it?
I think there is a cutoff time. Like I think she turns his internet off after like 9:30 your guys' time. So, but I'm not sure. He still should have a half hour. Steve has a 2002 car. He says, "You got a Dodge Neon, Steve, or a Fiat Punto?
No,
what do you got?"
It's Slurpee has the 2002.
Oh, okay.
Steve doesn't drive.
Steve drives everybody YouTube crazy. He does that. That's for sure. Colette, what's up, Colette? She's a good supporter, bro. She's in every stream, man. I love it.
Yeah, definitely. Colette's a brilliant supporter.
Do you think Steve could do a somersault like right now, if like in his front room? Do you think if he tried a somersault, what do you think would happen?
Definitely, he does it all the time. Definitely, Steve could definitely do it.
I bet you.
Come on, chat, to do a somersault.
Steve, come in the chat and do a somersault, bro. We'll send you $5 to your PayPal if you come up here and fucking do a somersault. I swear to God. Don't be a wuss, Steve. Do it for the cause.
Send a half a can of caroling to you each.
Right, yeah. Bonus points, bro. I'll tell you what, Steve. If you could crack open a beer, do a somersault while you're holding the beer, I'll give you $10. We gotta do it all on camera, bro. And while you're at it, we'll have some gummies. These gummies may or may not be infused with weed. When I say may or may not, they are infused with weed.
Yeah, when you visit Steve, don't tell him the gummies are infused with cannabis.
Right, and be like, hey, Steve, have these normal weed or have these normal gummies. Steve used to be like, all right, Mike, I'll have one. He'll grab one. Be like, oh, I'm not feeling right, Mike. My arm isn't here. And I'd be like, dude, your arm's fine, bro. And I'll keep fighting. Oh, it'd be great.
Why did Steve turn into Australian?
Right. Well, Steve's accent's like so low. It's if I did it, it would be hard to understand because he's such a soft talker, bro. He's just like, boy, make the things. You ever seen that King of the Hill, Thomas? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, King of the Hill. Yeah,
He reminds me of. Do you remember the Boomhauer on that show? The guy that talked from Texas, and you couldn't understand a word he was saying because he's always in the corner. He was like, "I'll tell you what, man, they going to Steve, man. He just talk about things you can't understand, man." And he's like, "Howdy, y'all?" And he's like, "Never come up the street, man. Fall down the stairs." And so that's what Steve sounds like, but like a British version of that. It's so funny.
You have to sort someone out. You have to sort Moose out now with some gummies.
Steve wants to come up and defend his honor, bro. Steve, come up and defend your honor. Here, I could drop the link for you, bro. Hold on. I'm an admin on your channel, I believe. So let me drop this bad boy. There you go. Come on, Steve, defend your honor, bro. We won't make fun of you at all. When I'm saying that, I'm totally lying. All we will do fun of you, bro. Like all we're gonna do. Like me and Thomas had an off air, and we wrote like 15 minutes worth of Steve jokes.
Yeah, we do every second day. We do that. Steve jokes is
right. We got the Steve joke of the day, right? So come up, Steve, so we can test out some of your jokes. I tried gummies. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Your arm gets burnt too because when you start lighting them up, the little gummy stuff gets on your hand and it burns real hot. So you can't smoke them. You got to eat them. Common misconception. Now, if you want to eat the nuggets, you can, but you got to decarbolize them. So you take nuggets like this. If you put this in the oven, 240 degrees for 45 minutes, then it's edible. You can eat it then. I wouldn't recommend eating it then. If you got to that point, you infuse it with butter. Then once you infuse it with the butter, then you can make edibles. That's the best way to do it. If you're just in a pinch though, then you just want to get really high. I've just taken, nuggets, put them in the oven, done that, and just sprinkle them over a piece of pizza or something. That's good to go too. Get nice and high off that.
Steve,
crikey! Pip, cheerio, motherfucker. What's up, Steve?
What's up, guys? All right. Oh, wrong way around. Okay, fine. My phone won't do that.
How's the Queen? Bro?
Right. For starters, okay, I don't enjoy tumbling. Not at all. Okay. It's not good. It hurts, and it's disgusting. It's disgusting. And I don't talk like that sort of idiot either, like Joey. Hey, you're white cage. That's not me at all. All right. There, sorry.
Yeah. I've got 3 squirrels in my shed. My name is Steve. I'm from Australia, mate. Koala bears. Everybody's going to eat koala bears right now. If you got a knife,
yeah.
What you got to do is take your knife and take the koala bear and stab it in the neck real quick. Once you stab it in the neck, it's going to quit moving. Then once the koala bear's done moving, you put it on the barbie. Shrimp on the barbie, koala bear on the barbie. It's the same thing. Then once it's off the barbie, you crack a Foster's open with a boomerang, and you eat yourself some koala. You got some grilled koala and Foster's, and that's how we do it here in Australia, mate.
That's not good though. That's not even funny.
There's somebody from Australia right now, like, fuck that fucking asshole from Ohio. I'm gonna unsubscribe to his channel and fucking Steve's channel, even Thomas's channel. Even though I like Thomas, I'm still gonna unsubscribe from his channel because that guy's a fucking asshole. That Joey Edibles. That's what they're thinking right now, bro.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Steve, when was the last time you had a phone book delivered to your house, bro?
A phone book?
Yeah, do you remember?
Jesus, quite a long time ago. Yeah, like yellow pages and all that sort of stuff, and that sort of thing. Really, sort of like a long time ago. What was the last time?
They used to give me the phone books, dude. I would take it from
the
right in the recycle.
Well, I think about 18.
Are Are you
Yeah,
opening your
just,
takeout? What'd you get from? Oh, sorry, not takeout. You guys call it takeaway. What did you get for takeaway, Steve? What did you get?
No, he's rolling a ciggy.
Oh, he's got a roll. Oh, that's right. Because aren't cigarettes like fucking $25 or 25 pounds a pack over there or some shit? Like they charge you guys out the fucking ass for tobacco, bro. It's ridiculous.
I don't know. I wouldn't know.
You can like these ones are $2 for $1. These cigars are cheap as shit. Those things are probably $9 in fucking England, bro. Or pounds or quid, what the fuck you guys call it? Shit, you guys' money. It's all digital now. It don't even matter. Eventually, we're all gonna have one currency, bro. Like everybody's gonna have the same dollar. You watch. It's all gonna be like Bitcoin or some shit.
Well, not really, but because I think we pay bloody I think it's a tax or something on our tobacco and alcohol, but you guys don't pay tax. So that's the whole reason why you guys can get very cheap.
Well, we get alcohol taxes just depends on the state and the county you live in. I mean, it's well, I just go to the military. If I need alcohol, I just go. I don't even drink, so I don't really ever need alcohol. But if I'm buying alcohol for like a party or something, I just go to the military store because there's like it's tax free. Then they still have federal tax, but like they don't have state tax. So like state of Ohio charges like 8% for every purchase you get. So if you go up there and there's a bottle for $100, you know, it's only $108 if you go to the regular liquor store. If I go to the military liquor store, it's still only $100.
Yeah.
So you're saving regardless. But they have cheap prices. It'll be some of it's $5-10 a bottle cheaper. You know what I mean? And we'll like if somebody's having a wedding or something where they need a lot of liquor, you know, I will just go up there and just buy a bunch of it. I've done that probably like 10 times, and we've bought so much liquor just for parties and shit. We'll go up there and, you know, spend $1,500 on liquor and look like total alcoholics, but I mean it's a great party at the end of the day. Like it's funny, dude. If you got all that liquor in the fucking cart and shit you're rolling out, man, people are like, where's the party at? Like people want to come join you and shit. Like these guys know how to fucking roll, man. We're down with that.
They must make a lot of money in them stores then, do they? The army stores or the
Oh yeah, well they make all their money off the liquor. I mean it's that's how they do it.
It sucks.
I mean they got other stuff. They got some decent deals too, but I mean if without the liquor and the tobacco, I mean tobacco not so much anymore because a lot of states passed laws to where they couldn't do it, but the liquor, they make so much money on liquor. It's not even funny. Because, I mean, the way they do liquor in the States, it's all socialized pretty much. I mean, you could sell it, the wholesaler could sell it for a certain amount, and people would buy it for a certain amount. It's set in stone. You know what I mean? No matter what it costs, everybody gets the same amount for liquor. And cigarettes and beer and everything. So you see, like, state minimum on beer and tobacco or whatever. Because that means it's the cheapest price they can charge. So that's why everybody charges the same price. Like, you got what you got to do is you have to buy a liquor license. And once you get the liquor license, you can do whatever it says. So like you sell it. Some liquor licenses you can't sell on Sunday. It just depends on where you're at, what state.
Yeah.
One of the sort of things on it when it comes down to it. It's not one of the.
What's up with you, Steve? What's your plans? Anything coming up on your channel?
No, not much. I will be going live on probably Friday or Saturday for my usual weekly thing. But I've literally, I finally got my taste back from this fucking condition that I'm going through, which is amazing. So yeah, that's all good. But we're just chilling, usual shit.
Do you know what, Steve? Do you know what ribs are? Barbecue ribs and stuff like that. Do you guys have those?
Yeah. You
should get some of those, bro. Those are good. Barbecue ribs are really good.
I think I might have to wait for my birthday now because that's the next time I actually get paid. So
that's been I don't think they pay you every month. Don't they? Because I get my check at once a month. They don't give you every month. It's only once a year.
Yeah, it's a monthly thing. Yeah, but
over there.
Normally I get paid on the 28th of the next month, but the wife's going to give it to me a little bit of money early because it's my birthday. I'm going out and film stuff for that. Fingers crossed, my phone will. Yeah. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, we eat ribs all the time here in the States, man. They're so good. We'll have just big barbecues and shit. People just bring food and it's like you just eat whatever. Pretty awesome, bro. Yeah. It's pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie.
When's Phil coming down to you, Steve? What date?
He's coming down on the 26th. Roughly about 2:00, I think. then you might be staying over, and you might be going back the next day. Well, I'm not sure what the ins and outs of like the next day sort of thing, but I know that literally come down for my birthday and probably might be going back again. I'm not sure yet, but yeah, should be fun. Probably do a live from the pub as well. That'll be bloody hilarious.
You have to bring the most dingiest, the worst bar that will get broken up and near you.
They're gonna go in there for
right.
They're gonna go in there for one. They're gonna go in there for 1 pint, and then they're gonna be drinking fucking pints in the parking lot because Steve can't afford.
If we do that, or something.
Steve's gonna be
well,
like,
the whole thing is, I can't really sort of like he's coming all the way down. I can't really sort of like get him to drink Bud, though, can I? Really? You know what I mean?
You drink the good stuff, and you let him drink Budweiser.
Yeah, you gotta drink. You got when you have a guest, bro. You got to show them the best of your local area. You might have to. It's not going to be about quantity for the initial part. It's going to be about quality. Like the first 2 or 3 beers you guys have at the pub, make those beers the good beers. You know, the $5, $6, $7 a pint beers. And then when you're done, don't
but also
pub. Go back to your house, drink in a park or something. You know, that way because you guys are gonna probably, get a little tipsy. I mean, Phil fucking could kill some beers, bro. That guy could drink. So you don't want to if the beers are $7 with a fucking beer, you'd be broke. 7 beers, that's $50 fucking dollars. 50 quid. It's a lot of money, bro.
That's the whole reason why.
How many fucking cases you got? 50 pounds, bro. It's a lot of cases, man. So have the first.
Yeah, that's true. But also, that comes like around once a year, and all I've done for my birthday so far is sort of like stay in and drink. So I'm going to make the fucking most of it.
You should get some. You should find some guys and get some weed. You get some weed in you, bro.
Oh hell no! If I had any weed, I'll probably mung out for like for a whole duration of that. I can't move, man.
You would smoke a fucking blunt. You'd take like 3 or 4 hits and you'd fucking eat a whole large pizza and then some Taco Bell and get some Burger King after that. You would be an eating food fuck, bro. I guarantee it.
Well, I can do it anyway.
Down the strip club, definitely.
I smoked with my buddy up in Seattle. My buddy Mike is up in Seattle, bro. I went up there, visited him, and we smoked out. And he smoked every now and then, but he didn't smoke too often. And he smoked with me. We just smoked a little bit, just walking down the street. You know what I mean? And he once we left, he said he went home and he ate half of a large pizza. He didn't barely eat. You know what I mean? He just killed all his pizza, bro. It's ridiculous. I'll never think of wake up sex the same way again.
What? I'm so confused. Oh dear.
Blake for you. Blake's a confusing fuck.
Well, the whole thing is, I'm not going to be playing.
You have to tell me what to do with Blake.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's probably like the whole reason why. The whole thing about it though is literally like wake up sex doesn't really happen after like 13 years of marriage. It's sort of like all right. It's sort of like hello wife, you're right, and then she's like, leave me alone, go to sleep. It's like, that's it. Okay, fine, no problem. So yeah, that's places. It's what had to be there moments, sort of thing. And I felt in a way I wasn't really there. So,
well, sometimes there's a moment, and you only get the funny moment when people are drinking, they're fucked up, and after the fact, you try to explain it. You're like, oh yeah, we did this funny thing, and it's just not funny because nobody's drunk. You know what I mean? So when you drink or people are high, or whatever, it's a lot more funny.
I've sort of like I think I was a bit pissed or a bit sort of like a bit after the condition, so I'm not sure. I thought I actually feel like
Are you peeing?
No, it's still
no, I'm not peeing.
Oh, you're walking around with some water. You're gonna pee eventually, though. Not happening.
Don't worry, mate.
Well, when I go to the bathroom and I do other shit off camera, that's when I'll be silent. Other than that, I mean, you get what you pay for. If I'm on camera, Thomas is paying me gobs and gobs of money to be here. I got to entertain. I'm not going to sit up here and take this extraordinary salary and come up here and be like, "God, knock knock, who's there?" Or a bunch of roses. Well, you're dead. Stupid jokes like that make no sense. Yeah, I mean, you got to bring up funny jokes, bro, or else people are gonna be like, "Oh, that guy's an idiot." You know what I mean? So,
well,
I don't want people to think I'm an
started,
idiot.
I'm the idiot, so you won't worry about that.
Exactly.
Well, the whole thing is like people say like oh Steve's amazing and all this sort of shit. I'm just a normal fucking bloke for fuck's sake. I'm not or this that and the other. Like yeah, I can chat for fucking England. Yeah, of course I can. The whole thing is like
Steve, if I came at you with a, do you know what a 22 is? A little gun, handgun 22. If I shot you in the head, how many bullets to the head do you think you could take with the 22 caliber handgun? Bro?
No.
Oh,
you think one? You think one? You think one? You just like you just die. I mean, you probably take two.
You can take 10. Steve can take 10.
Steve can take 10.
That very much. I'll play like no more, man. I'll probably get like fucking like even more brain damaged. Fuck that.
If you were to take a bullet, where would the place you pick? Like, where would you want to be shot at? If somebody said,
my groin.
$100,000, or I'm going to kill you, or you can take a bullet anywhere, but you get to pick. Where are you going to pick?
My groin.
You pick the groin of all
in
places.
the groin.
I'd probably pick a toe or something. Blow off a toe.
Well, the whole like thing is like one, I'll probably get some like sort of like compensation, like combo for that as well. And two, I'll probably be like in a bit of pain.
Maybe it's one of those things. If you shoot your dick off and you grow back, it'll be bigger and shit. Like you shoot it off and you come back, you got like a fucking giant 10-incher. Everybody in America will be shooting their dicks off like.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. That's the whole thinking behind it, mate.
So listen, we have to put the disclaimer out there. If you cut your dick off, it's not going to get bigger. It's science. You cut your dick off, it's going to be fucked up. Do not cut your dick off, okay? I don't give a fuck what you've been reading online.
Yeah, I've tried it. It doesn't work.
Your dick needs to be attached. I've tried it. Pee and fuck. You can't pee and fuck with no dick. I mean, what are you going to do? Might as well just be over at that point.
You can only piss with the dick in your go.
I must admit though, like having
420 on the East Coast, light them up, spark them if you got them, bros.
Having Joey totally spaced out on these streams is pretty good.
Oh, can you imagine that, Thomas? That'd be fucking hilarious. He'll be there like sitting there chilling and chatting to himself. And you have some random bird or like fit one going past. Hey, honey, you all right there, love? Dude, you've been talking to yourself for about like half hour. You ain't talking to me. Bug off. Walk off that way. That'd be fucking funny shit completely. If you literally
Blake is going to sue you for millions. He's just cut off his teeny weeny.
That's got to be a fear of a lot of guys, I imagine. I mean, getting your dick cut off is got to be pretty fucking traumatic. I mean, Jesus Christ, bro. I mean,
yeah.
Ouch. I wouldn't want to get my dick cut off.
No. I wouldn't want that either.
Ouch. I don't even want to fucking think about it, bro. That's a lot of slicing and dicing down there. I mean, you know, it's not like the dick is like you got to cut through veins, and then what if you're hard? You know, you have to probably saw it. I mean, how would a guy even do that? Like I hear these tales of these chicks. Oh, my husband cheated and they cut his dick off. Well, how did the guy just stand there and let her do it? I mean, fuck that. If some broad comes at me with a machete, dude, and hey, I'm cutting your dick off. Fuck you. I'm punching in the face. I'm doing everything I can to not get my dick cut off.
Yeah.
Like, why would you stand there and let somebody cut your dick
also,
off?
out of 10, his whole story's behind it though. Has always been when they've been asleep, right? That's the whole reason why. Because they're either asleep or they're sort of like half asleep, this, that, and the other, and then woof, gone. The meat and two veg.
If you're out there and you sleep next to a girl, don't sleep naked because she's gonna de-dick you. Because chicks are weird like that, bro. Because they'll get a rumor like, "Oh, I heard you did this," and they don't even verify it. Let's go fucking crazy, yo. So like, I mean, for one, most guys, I know when I'm sleeping, I'm like constantly checking, make sure my dick's there. So like, that couldn't even happen. But if you got like a blanket on and underwear on, you're gonna be good to go. Don't put that opportunity out there. If you're sitting there naked and you fucking boners in the middle of the night, you got this flagpole sticking out there. All she has to do is come in and whoosh, like a fucking golf club, dude, and you got no dick. You don't want that, so you got to cover that shit
Well, the
up.
whole thing about the best thing to do is go to sleep in a fucking hammock or a sleeping bag, because that son of a bitch fucking like zips up. It's like, you ain't getting in here, you can fuck right off, mate. You can be all cozy like this shit. Be like, you ain't gonna come and do calls, mate. Fuck off.
Now, you may be thinking to yourself at this time in the audience, like, what if, you're used to, engaging in sexual orientations or sexual experiences with your wife or significant other next to you in the middle of the night? That's how she started it. I mean, if she's starting that, she's starting to, rub your dick and get you hard, and then she cuts it off, she's pretty fucking psychotic. I don't think any people are like that, because she'd have to be totally turn off every emotion for a little bit to pretend she's in love with you and then just go in for it. I don't think there's no woman out there capable of that kind of emotion control. So don't worry about that too much. Proceed with it. If it's normal, just let her do it, and then you'll probably end up fucking. But yeah, just be careful if you're out there. You don't want to be getting your dick cut off, man. It's not good news.
There's a little disclaimer there. Like all opinions perceived is only by and not by like being reviews Thomas, i.e. him.
Okay, I'm sorry. How do we get to cutting dicks off and talking about?
Right, this is getting pretty obscure. I got to get some water. So give me like 2 minutes. I got to pee and get some water.
Yeah, well, I've got another 4 minutes before I'm going to cut it off there. So okay.
Well, sorry, but when exactly what you get when Joey comes on the show.
His computer dies and he gets to smoke all day. Yeah, I kind of knew when he joined what I was going to get. But my stream went.
Well, sorry, but it's fun though. It's like the thing about Joey is it's not. Most of the things that he says is very thought provoking. You know what I mean? It's very thought provoking. You think, right? I never thought of that. Shit. So yeah. So now I must admit though, like a few things has come back to me. So like since that live when I had Blake on. Apologies, Blake, if I.
I'm useless at joining. I usually join at the start, and then I'm useless. I don't last too long.
But yeah, Blake, apologize. Guaranteed though, it'd be absolutely funny. How you doing, Jules? Hopefully you're all right, hon. But yeah, fingers crossed in some sort of ways. Blake's got a rather sort of thick skin anyway, so I probably didn't offend him. But yeah, it just.
Blake's is out for blood. He's going to get you now, Steve. Blake is going to get you now. He's going to start fighting with you.
That's fine. That's cool. Blake. No, definitely not. No, not Le Champion.
No.
Follow me.
Yeah, so if anyone's got any questions in the chat, I think we'll end this in another 2 minutes because I'm going for an hour and a half, and that's super long for me. Too long.
Yeah, it is super long. Right, I'm gonna have to scoop because the wife is going to bed, so I'll see you guys.
Oh, I wonder what's going to happen then if you scoop.
Shut up. I'm going to play J5. So yeah, well, you guys have fun. I'll see you guys soon. Take care.
Bye.
See ya.
Yeah, thanks for Steve for joining. Really appreciate it. We'll just wait for Joey to come back and we'll end it up here. Thanks to everyone who commented, messages, joined in. Apologies about the middle break there when my phone kind of died. Yeah, I hate doing lives on my computer. This camera is so washed out. I don't like the look of it. My phone's not much better, but anyhow. If you liked, shared, and subscribed, I really appreciate it. Yeah, Steve's brilliant. Hey, Joey. I think we'll finish it up here. Steve has gone to play with his wife, or FIFA, as he calls it. Yeah. So, we'll say goodbye to everyone in the chat, and thanks for joining. I really appreciate it.
Hell yeah, brother. It's always a good time when I'm coming up with Thomas, because he's a wild man. You're a fucking animal, bro. You're an animal.
I'm the quietest person on YouTube. I hate this, but I love it. Yeah, so I'll hit the end button, and I'll see you next week or Friday.
All right, we'll see you guys.